There is a part of you that you have never met. A part of you that speaks in whispers. A part of you that appears in your dreams. A part of you that shows up in your anger, your jealousy, your fear, and your deepest desires. Most people spend their entire lives running from this part. But according to Carl Jung, this is where your real power lives. Not in the part of you that smiles politely. Not in the part that tries to fit in. Not in the part that pretends everything is fine. Your true strength is hidden in the darkness you avoid. And until you face it, you will never become who you were meant to be. The mask you wear every day. From the moment you were a child, you were taught a simple lesson. Be good. Be polite. Be acceptable. Don't be too loud. Don't be too angry. Don't be too emotional. Don't be different. So slowly, without even noticing, you began to build a mask. Jung called this mask the persona. It is the version of yourself that the world accepts. The version that gets approval. The version that avoids conflict. But every time you pushed a part of yourself away, it didn't disappear. It went somewhere else. Into the shadows of your mind. The birth of the shadow. The anger you were told not to express. The confidence you were told was arrogance. The desires you were told were wrong. The dreams you were told were unrealistic. All of it went into the shadow. The shadow is not just your darkness. It is also your unused strength. Your hidden courage, your buried creativity, your suppressed ambition, your unspoken truth. The problem is, what you bury does not stay buried. It waits, and it grows stronger in the dark. How the shadow controls you. Have you ever overreacted to something small? Ever felt sudden jealousy without knowing why? Ever sabotaged your own success? That is often the shadow speaking. Jung believed that if you refuse to face your shadow, it will control your life from the background. He once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." In other words, what you refuse to face will control you. The anger you suppress becomes passive aggression. The fear you ignore becomes anxiety. The desires you deny become obsessions. Your shadow does not disappear. It simply takes over the wheel. Why good people suffer the most. Some of the most exhausted people in the world are the ones who try the hardest to be good. They say yes when they want to say no. They forgive when they are still hurting. They stay quiet when they should speak. They believe being kind means being weak. They believe being peaceful means avoiding conflict. But Jung believed something different. He believed that real goodness comes from strength. A harmless person is not the same as a good person. A harmless person is simply someone who cannot fight back. But a good person is someone who could be dangerous and chooses not to be. That kind of goodness comes from integrating the shadow. The danger of ignoring your darkness. When you ignore your shadow, it does not stay small. It becomes twisted. It leaks out in strange ways. A sudden rage, a bitterness, envy, a manipulation, a self-destruction, and sometimes it shows up in the people you hate the most. Jung believed that what irritates you about others often reveals something about your own shadow. The traits you despise in others may be the traits you have buried inside yourself. This is why some people trigger you so deeply. They reflect parts of you that you refuse to see. Meeting your shadow for the first time. Facing your shadow is not easy. It means admitting things about yourself that you don't like. It means seeing your own jealousy, your own selfishness, your own anger, your own darkness. But here is the truth Jung discovered. The shadow is not your enemy. It is your missing half. Inside your shadow is the courage to speak up, the strength to walk away, the fire to chase your dreams, the confidence to stop pleasing everyone. Your shadow contains everything you need to become whole. The process of individuation. Jung called the journey of becoming your true self individuation. It is the process of integrating all parts of your personality, the light and the dark, the strong and the weak, the kind and the fierce. Most people never complete this journey. They stay trapped in their persona, living safe, small, predictable lives. But those who face their shadow become powerful in a quiet, undeniable way. They stop needing approval. They stop fearing rejection. They stop pretending, because they finally know who they are. Signs you are ready to face your shadow. You may be closer to this journey than you think. Here are a few signs. You feel like you're living someone else's life. You're tired of being the nice one. You feel anger or sadness you don't understand. You feel like there is more inside you waiting to come out. These are not problems. They are invitations. Your shadow is knocking on the door. How to start integrating your shadow. You don't have to do something dramatic. The journey begins with awareness. Start by asking yourself, what traits do I hate in others? What emotions do I avoid? When do I feel fake or forced? What do I secretly want but feel ashamed to admit? Instead of pushing those answers away, look at them, understand them, accept them. Because once you accept your shadow, it stops controlling you and starts empowering you. The power of a whole person. A person who has faced their shadow is different. They are calm, but not weak, kind, but not naive, confident, but not arrogant. They have depth, because they know both their light and their darkness. They don't fear conflict. They don't fear rejection. They don't fear being alone, because they are no longer at war with themselves. Jung's final warning. Carl Jung spent his life studying the human mind, and his message was clear. The greatest danger in the world is not evil people. It is unconscious people. People who refuse to see their own darkness. People who project their shadow onto others. People who think they are always right. But the people who face their shadow become conscious, and conscious people change the world. The choice in front of you. You have two paths. The first path is easy. Ignore your shadow. Stay comfortable. Stay liked. Stay safe. But you will always feel incomplete. The second path is harder. Face your fears. Face your anger. Face your hidden desires. But on the other side of that darkness is your real self. Stronger, calmer, freer, and finally whole. Closing line. So the next time you feel something dark inside you, don't run from it. Turn toward it. Because the person you are meant to become is waiting for you in the shadows.